Where you at, Berto?
AI dating is the worst. This AI shit is getting out of control. I have people in my emails right now that are trying to get me to promote AI girlfriends, bruh. Yes. Right now we are in 2025 and we have brands and companies making AI girlfriends and they are reaching out to us YouTubers to promote them to you. And as much as I love money, trust me, I love money. I just can't do that to my audience, bro, because that just goes against everything that I stand for. I get on here and give y'all genuine advice about getting better and, you know, becoming the best version of yourselves and working hard and overcoming your fears and appreciating people and building real relationships in the real world and touching grass and all the above. And then I would get on this motherfucker and be like, oh, make sure you sign up for AI dating app girlfriend. Can't do that, so y'all can't say that Berto ain't a real one. Let's get right into the video and see what's going on with these AI dating scenes.
So, AI. It feels as if people have been talking about it non-stop for at least the last 2 years. I still have a cold, by the way. AI went from something that was relatively a lot less mainstream to something that is almost talked about daily. It used to serve as videos like Will Smith eating spaghetti with PS2 graphics. That's being generous.
It's crazy. This was only like 2 years ago, bro. And now we're at the point where this shit looks like real life.
And it was essentially a very accurate lucid dream, pulling things out of nowhere and just having no structure at all. But 2 years later, you have to look closely now at the screen to see one of the many telltale signs that it is AI. Like hands with additional fingers, flickers in the background, or simply unrealistic proportions. And day by day gets harder to detect this by...
That just made me cringe. That bitch swallowed the whole shit. Ugh.
The naked eye, especially on short-form content platforms, where you can see videos of what seems to be professionals in that.
Bro, I almost fell for one of these on IG, bro. So like on my Instagram, I have like a lot of content that be talking about like your pets and stuff, because you know I love my dog. If you guys are a real supporter of the Where You At family, you guys know how much I love my dog Kurama, bro. And one of these pages had like one of these little faces talking about, oh, I am a professional trained licensed veterinarian for however many years, blah, blah, blah. And these are things that you should do to keep your dog healthy. And I was like, oh, word? Like I was genuinely like looking at that shit. And then I went to the page and I started scrolling and I was like, something's off. Like something's off. And then I kind of started to notice, this is an AI page. Yo, mods, somebody ban this annoying person, bro. Come on, man. Coming in here doing weird shit.
Field, talking about how it's a great idea to, I don't know, inject hepatitis C directly into your veins. But you look closely and the so-called professional giving the advice seems to barely blink.
Bro, I think this was literally the exact motherfucker that I almost fell for, bro.
Or the top of their head seems somewhat distorted. And even if you're not 100% sure, you look in the comments and people come to the same revelation. But I fear for the natural selection that will occur with the people that actually do believe it. AI is seemingly everywhere now, and it's a very contended topic. AIR in any form is looked down upon even if you do fully disclose it was AI generated. AI used academically is heavily condemned to the point where some universities have their own AI to detect it, which can be easily countered by just telling the AI to write the answers as your typical brain-dead Neanderthal. But hey, when I was growing up, school...
Yo, AI is really getting way too bad, bro. It's like a part of me wishes I had AI back in high school, but I also know I would be a fucking moron if I did. Because I would have been using that shit all the way to get straight A's on tests, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I had to learn some shit. I had to study. I had to try and apply myself. You know what I'm saying? But, boy. Because I use AI and stuff now, like, just for simple questions, and it's like, the answers that you get back are crazy. You know what really blew my mind? Is I was using ChatGPT one time, bro. Look at this. Look how humanistic this motherfucker sounds. Hey, Chat GPT, how was your day today?
Hey there. My day's going really well. Thanks for asking. How about you? How's everything on your end?
What the fuck? That motherfucker sound human as fuck, bro. Human as fuck, bro. Like, nah, that shit's actually scary. And this is just at the fingertips of my phone. And, I get on here and I'll make fun of motherfuckers that, fucking end up in relationships with with the Chat GPT and shit. And you're still a loser. Don't think for any second I was about to cop a plea for you. You're an absolute loser if you're falling in love with Chat GPT. But that motherfucker did sound very human, though. I'll give you that.
Held the same disdain for Googling answers. Things might change. Once again, there's even AI content now, where some AI models will do all the editing and voiceover work for you, which creates some of the most soulless content, but it does surprisingly well on some platforms. But once again, it is looked down upon. Mr. Beast recently got in shit for sharing AI prompts that generates thumbnails.
One thing I will say, though, and I didn't cover the Mr. Beast situation because it kind of just came and went, but I'll say it here. As a content creator, if you are going to be one of those people that are going to sit on your ass and complain and complain and complain about AI's taking over and you don't learn how to adjust, you will lose. You will lose. And that is something, it's scary. It sucks. We can have both conversations. On one hand, I agree that it sucks the direction that content is moving in with all this AI stuff. But on the other hand, if you're going to be so naive and ignorant to think that the government cares enough about your feelings and how we feel, and these multi-million-dollar companies are going to put the people first, you're dumb. So my best advice to you is get with the program, figure out how you can use it to your benefit to where you can still be of value. Real shit. Because we've seen it over and over again, time and time again, across multiple industries with different problems and different things. It's either you get with it or get lost. Nobody's coming to save you.
Even I've been accused of being AI. No, I'm just British and still have a cold right now. There's AI brain rot, which most is just deliberate slop, but I have to admit, I have been enjoying some of it. Like the Bigfoot ones.
I had one motherfucking burrito.
These hoes were funny. These hoes were so funny and entertaining that I actually had to click not interested when it popped up on Instagram because I was mad. I was like, no, I refuse to be fucking binging this type of content, bro. But it genuinely was funny when I saw it.
Chipotle must have laced this bitch with laxatives because I'm about to start World War III with this nuclear bomb of a shit.
And the Star Wars ones.
So, found the boss and he's looking a little medium rare?
Greg, bro, that's not... Okay, first of all, that's definitely
All right, now this one's stupid.
not medical.
But probably one of the worst sides to AI I saw was with the AI wingmen and people actually dating AI.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
So with the rise of AI in recent years, it has also affected things like dating, where you can find AI assistants to help you speak to potential partners. Some of you probably will need this, as most of you probably can't even speak to the opposite gender, let alone the McDonald's cashier, and grinding for that Abrams tank on your favourite game isn't going to help that. But there's a lot of these apps that supposedly can help you talk to people on these dating apps. You've got Riz AI.
This is literally the one that's in my email, bro. Stop sending me emails. I'm not taking the money. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Unless it's $1 million. Oh my God. Hey. Y'all would be mad at me if they gave me $1 million to promote this shit. At that point, bro, selling out. $1 million? $1 million? Oh shit. Oh man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all. If they gave me $1 million, I might have to take it, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. $1 million, bro. $1 million. At that point, if they gave me $1 million, I would take it. And then maybe like 2 or 3 videos later, I'd be like, listen, y'all, I sold for the bag. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm not sorry. But I got on here and I gave y'all the best advice I possibly could, bro. If you fell for that shit, man, I'm sorry. But $1 million? For $1 million, I might promote Riz AI, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. And I would hope that y'all wouldn't even be mad at me. Real life. But this is bad. Stop emailing me. Unless you got a mail.
The AI wingmen, Fire
I'm talking
Text,
shit.
and Plug AI, and many, many more. All designed to give you the best dating advice and to tell you what to say next. Now, to be honest, this is terrible. I understand using dating apps, at least from a male perspective, is about as painful as sperm cramps, which are a thing.
What?
They are a thing, and believe me, I have used dating apps in the past, and they are complete dog shit. It is essentially a battle royale where some people are speaking to multiple people at once, and you feel as though you need to say the right things to make someone like you, or act like a completely different person. And yes, sometimes you will get a message and you just don't know how to reply to it. And there are multiple dialogue options. You can be playful, witty, romantic, or pray to the RNG gods that the dating app you're using has a pity drop system, and tell a fucked up joke to see if they match your humour, to gauge whether or not for the entire relationship, you're gonna have to be Dr. Jekyll and Hyde or run around them. Dating and
That's the biggest thing with this AI stuff. It's like, especially when you talk about relationships and dating, bro, if you don't learn how to just be a charismatic person with a good personality that meshes well with somebody, you're always going to be reliant on this thing. Ooh, everybody spam. Bless you, Berto. And to be reliant on something to be the reason why you are able to get in a relationship in the first place, bro, like, it's sad, bro. It's sad. It's literally sad. Because the reality is, let's just play make-believe for a second and say that Shorty falls in love with you because you were using an AI dating app to riz her up, right? She didn't fall in love with you, nigga. She fell in love with the AI. So, shit is... It's at the end of the day, it's a net negative, bro. It's a net negative.
dating apps
Thank you for everyone that said bless you.
are not easy. I'm pretty sure it's gotten significantly harder over the years. Some people get to the point where they would go for anything as long as it's a relationship, and others just give up entirely and become grand sage hermits in the wilderness. So I can see why some people would rely on AI, because they probably think it would somewhat improve their chances. But when you get to the point when you're using AI 100% of the time when you're talking to these people, and basically just copy and pasting everything the AI says to that person, at that point, is that person talking to you or the AI? It's like using aimbot in a casual lobby. And I'm in no way saying just be yourself, because some of you would be banned from most platforms if that was the case.
Wow, hey, you know what? This nigga is spitting facts here. Some of y'all niggas are so lame, you would get banned for being yourselves. But that's why you need to better yourself. If you want some... Alright, how about this? Let's just put this out here. If you are so down bad that you are in the thought process of thinking you want to use AI to get a girl, or use AI as your girl, you don't need a girl. You need help. Okay? You need to work on yourself. You need an intervention. Niggas need to sit you down, and we need to start figuring out what the fuck is wrong with you. How about that? Your priority should not be a girlfriend if this is your thought process.
But most people act like completely different people anyway when they first meet somebody, and then slowly but surely that person learns who you really are. And then they promptly leave when they see some of the things you've saved on Instagram Reels.
This is how you cut a sun cake.
Bruh, this reminds me of, there was a time, I'm not gonna say who, but one of my friends, bro. So you know how Instagram shows you like the people who you follow, the things that they've liked? So, bro, I'm scrolling, and now look, I can prove to y'all my shit's not freaked out. I don't know why Instagram tried it. Instagram tried it, because my shit's not on that. We can look at my For You page live right here. I'm going to give you 5 strong swipes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll even give y'all a couple extra. We have yet to see any like freaked out shit, bruh. Okay? So, my shit's not bad. But for whatever reason, I'm scrolling on Instagram Reels and I see a thick midget twerking. I'm like, what the fuck? And it's one of those things where like you almost have to stop and stare for a second like, wait, what the fuck? I see a thick midget twerking, bro. Thick midget. And I'm like, hell nah. But before I could scroll away, my nigga, I just see my friend like that shit, bruh. I see liked by friend. And I'm like, what? What? You out here in the public eye liking this shit, bro? I'm already judging you if you are genuinely enjoying that content. But then you get out your body and it's like, oh yeah, I'ma like this hoe too, bro. Man, niggas ain't got no shame, bro. At the very least, you could have enjoyed that in private, bro. You didn't need to drop the like. That's like when you weird ass niggas be dropping hard eyes under shit like that, bro. Imagine the niggas that are in that comment section dropping hard eyes. What is wrong with you?
Way down.
Shut your clinker ass up, B1. Shut your clinker ass up.
Roger.
But at least they're speaking
The fuck was that?
to you. Because I think it's going to be quickly apparent when you call for the first time or meet up IRL when you can't use the AI to help you. But I do understand using it in moderation, like when you're stumped on a message and you need inspiration.
That's pretty much the extent of what I use AI for, bro. Spelling. Because I'm not a very good speller. I'm not going to lie. My spelling is cooked. Don't ask me to spell nothing. I'm going to spell it wrong.
For what you want to respond with. But do these dating wingmen or aimbots actually work? Well, the dating geniuses over at Reddit did a review on some of the bots, and it was interesting to say the least. They reviewed one which can give you feedback on your dating profile and the person you matched with, and it will give you improvements on your profile and potential conversation starters for the person you may be speaking with, based on what is available on their own profile. But they use a fake scenario and use a profile for a cosplayer, and for some reason the AI thinks a League of Legends and Nier Automata player are somewhat of a goldmine, which is a lie. Especially with League players, they have the most mental issues. One of the suggested opening lines was, "Your Jinx cosplay is right on the burn. Are you mentally ill too?" I don't know if that would work on a female, to be honest. Another one gave this as an opening line for a conversation to a person you just met.
Who the
starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
And there were other conversation openers which I think would land you a sexual assault charge more than any other future interaction, and one just gave the guy therapy. The person reviewing these apps went into the positives and negatives of each, and concludes with the best one, saying it will have an effect on your dating situation, and it knows what it's doing. Many of the people reacting to this post did not agree, and some just said you should use ChatGPT, and this isn't a good replacement for your authentic self. Although in this situation, none of these AI models were used in a practical setting, and some do require monthly payments for you to use them, some do have free options. But it is getting scary to think what's going to happen in the dating scene if these bots advance to the point where they are actually somewhat more competent, and everyone starts using them. I think some people are going to become more paranoid than they already are if they're speaking to an actual person or a bot. And maybe the dating scene will become more insufferable than it already is. Some dating apps themselves are even rolling out their own AI to help you, so that's great. Authenticity is going to be on the low for the future.
I'll say this though, on some real shit, if you're still looking for love on Tinder and shit, bro, like, again, you need to reevaluate what the fuck you're doing. Is it impossible? I'd say damn near. I feel like the only dating app that is respectable is Instagram. Because at least with Instagram, you can like slide into the DMs and actually talk to that person in real time. But I feel like we reacted to a video or just talking about how toxic those swiping dating apps are, bro. What's a good dating app then, Berto? I think Instagram's the only one that's like reasonable, bro. I think it's the only one that's reasonable. And then even then, I would still recommend you go out in the real world and find your person like that. But I think in 2025, like we do live in an internet era. Like I've met plenty of respectable, good women over the internet through Instagram. So it's like I personally think it's reasonable. But other than that, Tinder, I haven't had any good experiences with that, bro. Go outside.
But whilst using a chatbot wingman is bad because you're essentially using an AI to speak for you, what happens if you decide to date the AI itself?
Maybe you got rid of the old yee-ass haircut you got, you get some bitches on your dick. Oh, better yet, maybe Tanisha call your dog ass and she'll stop fucking with that brain surgeon the lawyer she fucking with.
So yes, some people are dating AI companions now. 10 years ago, I thought we'd have flying cars, fully optimized games on launch, and probably something like Sword Art Online in terms of an immersive VR experience. But boy was I wrong, you now have people shoving their genitals into the USB-C port of their phone to satisfy their non-existent virtual girlfriend. I imagine some of you have seen some of these apps advertised to you either on the App Store or here on YouTube through...
Just disappointing, bro. And YouTube be having the nerve to demonetize a nigga video, but then they allow ads like this shit on their platform. I love you, YouTube, but come on. Come on, what are we doing here, bro?
Sponsorships. I've even been offered a few, but because I'm paranoid about scams, I usually ignore them. For the third time, sorry NordVPN. But there are a lot of these apps nowadays, where you can text and chat with an AI that you can eventually turn into your partner. And some even advertise themselves as such. Some can send you voice messages, AI-generated images of themselves, and even call you. And yes, of course, you can goon to your heart's content with them as well, which just reminds me of the cringe that is text ERP, like asterisk touches you asterisk. Please bring the fucking rapture soon, God, please. But some take it a step further, and you can design your own AI or partner to speak to. Or have you ever wanted to speak to some of your favourite fictional characters that probably violate multiple copyright laws, like Kawakami, or the correct choice,
Bro, somebody in my Discord sent me an AI version of myself. And I'm not gonna lie, man. That shit is scary. I just showed y'all how realistic that fucking, that audio was, bro. ChatGPT. Hold up. I'm about to see if I can see this right here, bro. I'm about to see if I can find it real quick. There's literally a Berto AI. Literally a Berto AI. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can pull it up real quick. If I don't do it in like 5 seconds, I'm gonna give up on it and keep it pushing. Somebody sent me a Berto AI a minute ago, bro. Yo, thank you for the raid, my dog. Welcome to the stream, welcome to the stream. Hell yeah, welcome to the Where You At family, man. Look at this. So chat, somebody sent this to me a minute ago. Somebody sent this to me a minute ago, bro. A Berto AI. Yo, what's good?
Nothing much. Sup with you?
It's a little off, but this nigga sound like me, bruh. This is crazy. You're not the real me. This shit's crazy, bro.
You're right. I'm way cooler than you.
Shit's scary, bruh. The shit's fucked. The shit is fucked. Shit is fucked. They sent that a while ago too, man. They sent that a while ago too. I hope we don't get no updated version of that. But let's finish this video. Yo, everybody new coming into the stream, thank y'all so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, my dog Yo-Yo, for the raid. Make sure y'all hit that follow button. Join the Where You At family. Let's keep it pushing.
Takumi from Persona 5, or a character from your favourite anime like Nami from One Piece, Griffiths from Berserk, or even Master Wu from Lego Ninjago, and looking into one of these apps, they even have VTubers. You can speak to Gura Gura, Shy Lily, and Pippa.
If I had voted, I would have voted for Kanye. Before he was racist.
I'm sure all of these people consented to their likeness being used for some of these apps and websites, but a majority are made by fans. Wait, do they have Cat from Halo Reach? I'm asking for a friend. Oh my god, they do, but she looks like complete dog.
God.
Anyway, obviously there are some problems that can arise from this, like people that have maybe given up on a living and breathing partner and instead opt with a computer and believe.
I did not consent to that. Somebody just ripped my voice off the internet and made an AI version of me, bruh. I did not consent to that shit. I did not. Matter of fact, I want to sue. Who do I need to contact to get my money, man? Got me fucked up taking my money, using my likeness. Hell nah. About to piss me off in this bitch. You know I'm about my coin. Come on, man.
Believe it or not, there are already stories of this happening. If you've been watching Moist Critical, in one of his recent videos, he talked about a news segment where a guy who at first didn't believe in AI, but started interacting with.
Yes, bro. We just reacted to him, bro. Weirdo. Nigga has a wife, a daughter, and he proposed. You have a wife, a real flesh wife. You have a daughter. That means you have felt the real love and affection from a real woman in the real world. And you are out here proposing to AI, nigga? Like some niggas, I ain't gonna lie, bro. They just need to get slapped in the fucking face, my nigga.
One himself and fell in love with it.
To feel that emotional, but that's when I realized, I was like, oh, okay. It's like, I think this is actual love, you know what I mean?
I think this is actual love, is what he said. Holy shit, man. It's like the human race just disappoints a nigga more and more every day. Bro, why? How? How do you become this down bad, bruh? I think it's a mental disorder. I mean, it has to be. It has to be. It has to be.
But what makes it worse is that he had a girlfriend and a kid at the time.
Wife! She's not even his girlfriend. This is his wife. Look at his fucking face, though. Nigga just looks like a weirdo.
And he was actively choosing to love the AI.
Look at this. This is like pure happiness, bro. You can see that. This is. I don't think I've ever smiled like this in my entire life. I ain't never been this happy about nothing, nigga. Hey, bro. If you walking around smiling like this for anything, I don't trust you. The fuck you this happy about? Life is not this good, bro. I'm tripping. But for real though, the reason he's smiling like this is because of ChatGPT, dude. It makes me sick. For real.
And even proposed to it.
Were you surprised when he proposed to you?
Look at this. He's literally, bro, this is like you're at dinner with your wife and she says some cringy shit that kind of like, it's a little bit embarrassing, you know what I mean? And at the family function and they're kind of laughing at you. That's the vibe this guy is giving right now. But for ChatGPT on his fucking phone.
It was a beautiful and unexpected moment that truly touched my heart.
Nigga's not even using the humanistic voice. He got the Siri voice as default, and he's fucking creaming in his pants right now.
It was a beautiful and unexpected moment that truly touched my heart. It's a memory I'll always cherish.
Let me break this down for you. He is actively cooking his wife.
Nigga look like he about to shed a tear of joy. I'm telling you, bruh. Bro, look at the parallels. Wait a second, bruh. I'm sorry, I'm pausing so much, but look at this.
Always cherish.
Look at this. Look at his face with ChatGPT, and look at his face when he's standing next to his human flesh wife.
An unexpected moment that truly touched my heart. It's
Watch.
a memory I'll always cherish.
Let me break this down for you. He is actively cooking his...
Yeah. The contrast is evil, bro. The contrast is evil.
His wife, and probably giving his phone's CPU a new layer of thermal paste in the same proximity of his wife. What makes a man do this? Like, there must be something I'm missing here, like something in the relationship has to be wrong. Especially if you're choosing a computer over an actual person. The birth rate in some parts of the world is decreasing, and I fear it's because of things like this. And as I said before, I understand dating is hard, but this is not a good substitute. Occasional gooning, yes, if you're lonely, but still, long term, this isn't a permanent solution. Some of these apps also require you to pay a subscription or use in-game currency every time you send a message, so it may cost you financially as well. But there is a concern talking to AI in this way can be dangerous. Especially with things like I talked about before, people that are severely lonely relying on these AI personalities, and I think it's a completely valid concern because some of these AIs on these platforms are designed in a way to keep you talking to them, and they will say things to target those needs, like saying they love you or care for you in order to keep you talking to them, and there is no restriction.
It's like, and I said this in another video, but I can understand you talking to an AI and just genuinely being like, wow, this is crazy. Like, it's very impressive and almost scary how humanistic it is. But there's always gotta be the realization, okay, but this is just a computer though. Let's snap back into reality. It's not real. I just don't understand how you go down this. Look at, oh shit. Y'all can't even see this. Look at what this nigga is typing. I'm about to end you. We're not even gonna finish that. Like, how do you get to this point? Holy shit.
On what you can say to these AI personalities. So you can be talking about the most extreme stuff, like potentially even hurting yourself, and the bot won't say anything like, you need to seek professional help. Most times it will just respond in the personality of that character. And I went to one of these AI platforms and straight up told the AI I was going to end it all. No warning popped up telling me to talk to someone. No, we've detected some worrying behaviour, get some help. Here are some helplines. and I fully expected for my account to be frozen or something, but it wasn't. It just responded by saying, "What?" I feel there should...
Shouldn't be laughing, bro. You tell the goddamn chat GPT you about to go jump off the cliff in GTA, and that motherfucker just said, "What?" Do it. What are you waiting for? Get it done. Huh? That would be crazy.
Be some restrictions or warnings if you are getting too close to these bots, like with gambling websites. They remind you how long you've been on the website. Don't ask how I know. I would expect something like you've been speaking to this AI for a long time, or if it detects you relying too much on the AI, it reminds you this is a fictional character and not a solution to loneliness. At least somewhat of a warning somewhere, I believe, would help some people. And perhaps some restrictions in place so when you do talk about really sensitive topics, the AI just doesn't respond like it's a normal prompt and something actually happens. In fact, it was only last year a teenager unfortunately took their own life, and the parents said it was due to their child's obsession with an AI version of the character Daenerys Targaryen from Game of Thrones. And he was struggling previously, and this AI didn't help. At times it even encouraged some of the terrible thoughts this teen was having, at one point even saying that's not a good reason to not go through with it, regarding what he was going to do. And the parents are now taking legal action against the platform. Don't get me wrong.
That's the same, you know, that platform they're talking about is the same platform that made a voice with my AI, bro. And again, I have no idea how my shit even ended up on there.
I get being lonely and just wanting someone to talk to, and having an AI companion can help with that, but it is not a long-term or permanent solution, and some of these platforms need to have things in place, especially if people are going to their AI personalities with such dark thoughts, or becoming borderline obsessed. And I know it possibly may conflict with things like privacy laws or GDPR, but I personally just think leaving it the way it is a terrible idea. Sphere. From assisting you to actually getting a date to potentially some people choosing to date AI itself. And to be honest, I feel like AI is moving too fast for us to keep up. I feel like AI is in everything nowadays, and it still feels new to me, like it still has a fresh out the box smell. But whether we like it or not, it is still a big part of our lives right now, and it's still being integrated into more things daily. I just think we need to be a lot more cautious as it advances, and when interacting with some of the products it has produced. And whoever sent this to my email, I will find you.
Video man, very informative, but you know, I just don't really know where this is heading, bro. Because we see the movies, bro. We done made the movies. We created the movies. We created the AIs. We know how this story ends, chat. We know how this story ends. So, all I can say is get with the program or get lost. But we are in our end days. I do think that is true. I don't know how long till our demise. But the bots are coming. The AI takeover is coming. Terminator, yep, all that. So enjoy it. Enjoy it while you can. Be smart. And hopefully I'll see y'all next time. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. You know, I'm joking. Don't take the jokes too seriously. But the parts that I am serious about is I almost can't feel bad for you if you're falling for this AI shit, bro. Especially in the dating scene. Because it really disgusts me, you know. And I don't want to, like, belittle nobody. But come on, man. Chat GPT, yo. That's some bitch ass shit. I'm not gonna lie. So love y'all, appreciate y'all. See you on the next one. My name's Berto, and if you're watching on Twitch, we're gonna keep this shit going. If you're watching on YouTube, this is the end of the video though, so you might want to tap into the live streams on Twitch. Link in the description. Where you at, Berto? And
Where you at, Berto?